back to my channel. So today's look is going to be the look that I'm wearing right now, sort of a Jennifer Lopez inspired look from last weekend at the Golden Globes. Everything about her outfit I loved. I loved how kind of gold and shimmering her eyes were, but they were still really light, and then paired with the dark lip and the dark nails against kind of the mustard color. I loved it. So I wanted to do this look. I know my last video was sort of a celebrity inspired look too. But then after this, I'm going to go more into like Valentine's Day, spring, all that kind of stuff. So I won't be doing as many like celebrity inspired looks unless you guys want to see them. Let me know. I really wanted to do a look from the Golden Globes because that was my first video that I did last year that I ever put out on YouTube. And yeah, I feel like I've grown so much in a year, and I feel like I'm so much better at doing my makeup and contouring and all of that stuff. So for those of you who are, you know, beginners or struggling with anything in particular, I still struggle with wing liner. I said that in my last video. Everything just takes practice, so just keep practicing, keep at it. It will get so much easier, I promise. So I hope you guys have been enjoying my videos. Please comment below if you want to see anything in particular. I love when you guys comment on my videos. It makes me feel really good. So thank you so much. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe. So to start my eyes today, I'm just going to be using my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, and I'm going to just put a little bit of that on my lid as my eyeshadow base. And I'm just going to use my finger and spread that all out just to make my eyelids nice and even and cancel out any redness or any different tones that I don't want to be there. And then I'm going to go in with the Lorac Unzipped palette. And the first color I'm using today is called Unconditional, and I am just putting this on with a big fluffy brush. This one is by MAC. It's the 224 brush, and I'm just applying that in a windshield wiper motion, and this is just going to be our transition color in our crease. Next, I'm going in with the color Unspoken, and I am putting this on a smaller blending brush. This one is by Sigma. It's the E25, and I'm keeping that a little bit lower, but still taking it all the way in, and just blending that out with our first color that we used. So in between colors, I like to just kind of buff everything back out with my blending brush. And for my lid color today, I'm using the color Undiscovered from the same palette, and I'm applying some MAC Fix Plus spray to the brush before I dip into the gold. This just helps kind of make it stand out a little bit better, and it helps kind of pack on that color. So I'm just applying this all over my entire lid, and then I'm going back in with the color Unattainable, and I'm using that same Sigma blending brush and just applying a little bit more of this in the crease to blend everything together. So now I'm just going to apply a couple coats of mascara. This is the L'Oreal Telescopic Shocking Extensions. This is definitely my favorite drugstore mascara by far. And I'm just curling my false lashes and then popping those on. To start with my face today, I'm using the Hourglass number 28 Skin Serum. I love this, especially in the wintertime. My face and my skin has been so dry, so I like having this added moisture underneath my foundation. I don't like it necessarily as like a pore filling primer, but I love it for underneath. So over top of that, I am still going to use my Makeup Forever, the smoothing primer, just to fill in any pores. For foundation today, I'm using the Mercier Moisture Supreme foundation. This is in the color Sunny Beige. And I'm just mixing in a little bit of the Josie Maran Argan Illuminizer into this and mixing it on the back of my hand. I like to first apply my foundation with a brush. This is the MAC 159 brush, and kind of start pressing that into my skin. And then I'm just going to go back and take my beauty blender and blend everything else out and kind of help remove any excess product that I have on my face. For my concealer today, in my highlight areas, I'm going to be using my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. This is in the color Custard. This is my go-to concealer. This and the MAC Pro Longwear are my two favorite concealers. I just love the consistency of this. It's so creamy, and it just blends out so nice on the skin. As usual, I'm doing kind of my triangle areas underneath my eyes, going down the sides of my nose. on my chin, my cupid's bow, down the bridge of my nose, and a little bit in the center of my forehead and on the inner portion of my brows. And now I'm just taking my beauty blender and blending all that out. For my contour today, I'm using the Anastasia Cream Contour Kit, and this is the color Java, and I'm going to be applying this today with the IT brushes for Ulta. This is the Airbrush Foundation brush. This was the first time I tried this brush with my cream contour, and I absolutely love it. It makes the contour so easy, and it's so easy to blend out. It's basically already blended when you put it on. Sometimes I feel like if you're using any like contour sticks or anything and you're trying to use a beauty blender to buff it out, I feel like sometimes you still kind of have those harsh lines. This makes it so much easier, and you can kind of, build it up and make it, more contoured, or if you just want a little bit, you don't have to go crazy with it. So definitely love this combination. To set my contour today, I'm going to use my NARS bronzer. This is in the color Laguna, and I'm just going to apply this wherever I put my cream contour. I'm also going to use a little bit on my nose. I don't like to do a lot of cream contouring on my nose. I don't like it to look really harsh. So I'm just going to go back in with a smaller brush and just kind of do a little bit on the sides of my nose. Now I'm going to go back and set my highlight and concealer areas. I'm going to be using the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder, and I'm just going in with my beauty blender. It is a little bit damp, and I'm just going to kind of use like the baking method, I guess, and put this anywhere that we put our highlight today. You can go ahead and let it sit on there for like 5 minutes if you want to, if you really want it to bake, if you will. Otherwise, I mean, I don't know. I didn't really let mine sit that long, and I think it's fine either way. I do like to go back underneath my contour as well on my cheeks just to really define that line. And then I'm just going to take a small brush and just kind of buff off all the excess powder. And then I like to go back in with a stippling brush. This one is by MAC. It's the 187 brush, and just kind of blend everything all together. So now that my face is done, I'm going to finish my eyes. I'm using the Sigma Short Shader. This is the E20 brush, and I'm just using that same gold, the Undiscovered, that we used on the lid today, and just bringing this right underneath my lashes, and just taking it all the way from inner to outer corner. For my brow highlight today, I'm using the same Lorac Unzipped palette, and I'm using the color Undercover. And I'm just applying this with a small tapered blending brush. This is by Sigma. It's the E45. And just putting that right underneath my brows. And now for the inner corner highlight, I'm using the Anastasia Self-Made palette. And this is the color Treasure. I wanted that inner corner to be really nice and bright and gold, just kind of like how JLo had it. She had a lot of inner corner highlight. So I wanted a little bit more than what the Undercover color was. And now I'm just going to go and put a few coats of mascara on. This is the L'Oreal Telescopic, and just applying that to my lower lashes and to my false lashes, just to kind of blend my lashes in with the false lashes. For my blush today, I'm using the NYX Baked Blush. This is the illuminator and bronzer. This is the color Chiffon. This was actually the first time I used this blush. I bought it a long time ago and I kind of forgot about it. It's not as pigmented as my MAC blushes that I use most of the time. I did like the color of it, and I like that it kind of has some shimmer. It was definitely a buildable color though, so I don't know. I'm going to have to try some of the other NYX blushes and see how those go on. But for my highlight today, I'm using the Mecca Pressed Shimmering Skin Perfector. This is in the color Moonstone, and I'm just applying this with one of my Real Technique brushes. I'm not sure. Oh, this is a setting brush. But any kind of small brush will do, and just applying that to the highest parts of my cheekbones, the middle of my forehead, down the bridge of my nose, and my Cupid's bow. For my lips today, I'm starting with my NYX Lip Primer and just applying that all over. For my lip liner, I am using the color Half Red. This is by MAC. And I'm also taking a MAC lipstick and going right over that. This is the color Party Line. And I wanted to darken it down just a little bit to kind of make it closer to the color that Jennifer Lopez was wearing at the Golden Globes. So I took my Makeup Designery lip gloss. This is the color Java. And just applied that all over just to darken it down and make it really nice and a high gloss like how she had. So I hope you guys enjoyed this look. Please subscribe to my channel and please comment for any future looks or ideas that you guys have and would like to see. Thank you.